Addiction is not really about alcohol, drugs, or smoking. These are just substances. The real issue is that somewhere inside, life feels empty, restless, or unbearable, and you want an escape. When you don't know how to handle your inner chemistry, you reach for something outside to fix it for a few moments. But anything that gives you pleasure by altering your system will always come with a price. The more you depend on it, the more it takes away your freedom. Slowly, you are not drinking the alcohol is drinking you. You are not smoking the cigarette is smoking you. The substance takes command, and you become a slave. The real problem is not that people want to feel high. The problem is they look for it in the wrong place. Every human being wants to feel more alive, more joyful, more free. That is natural. But if you search for it in alcohol, nicotine, or drugs, it will turn against you. If you search for it inwardly, through awareness, clarity, and discipline, then what blossoms within you is far beyond any intoxication. No substance can match the intoxication of being fully alive. If you learn to sit still and breathe with awareness, if you learn to simply exist without the need for stimulation, you will realize your body itself is the greatest source of bliss. Whatever mood you want, you can generate it from within. Then there is no fear of losing control, no damage, no dependence. Addiction is not your nature. It is just a habit repeated long enough that it feels like part of you. But it can be dropped. What you truly seek is freedom, not slavery. And freedom comes only when your joy, your peace, and your bliss are not in the hands of a bottle, a pill, or a smoke, but in your own hands. Addiction is not limited to substances. Today, people are equally trapped by screens, social media, and the constant buzz of notifications. The mind craves stimulation, and these devices offer it endlessly. Every message, every like, every swipe gives a tiny hit of satisfaction, and slowly, life starts revolving around these small moments instead of real living. The problem is not the phone itself. A phone is just a tool. The problem is that the mind seeks comfort in it. When you are bored, restless, anxious, or lonely, the first impulse is to pick up the device and scroll. And every time you do, the mind gets trained to avoid stillness, to seek instant gratification instead of facing reality. Gradually, this becomes a pattern, a habit, a subtle enslavement. When you lose awareness of how much time passes, when your energy, attention, and creativity are constantly being siphoned off by tiny glowing screens, then what you call convenience becomes a chain. You start living your life in pieces, moments stolen from your attention, your relationships, your own presence. The very energy that could have been used for work, learning, connection, or inner growth is wasted on endless distraction. The key is awareness. The first step is to simply notice. When you reach for your phone, why are you doing it? Is it curiosity, boredom, anxiety, or habit? Once you see the mechanism, you begin to gain control. You do not need to destroy the phone or abandon social media entirely. You simply need to stop being unconscious about it. Use it as a tool, not as a master. Discipline is important. If you create boundaries, time limits, phone-free hours, conscious pauses, you allow your mind to rest, your attention to deepen, and your energy to become yours again. When the mind is no longer constantly flicking between notifications, it begins to notice life again. The beauty around you, the people next to you, the thoughts within you. Real presence is restored. It is similar with other compulsions, gaming, binge watching, or shopping. Anything that offers repeated, effortless stimulation has the potential to become addictive. The essence of dealing with all of these is the same: awareness, conscious choice, and redirection of energy. If you understand the craving, if you see it clearly, you no longer need to fight it. You no longer need to feel guilt or shame. You simply choose a higher path. The moment you begin to reclaim your attention, your energy, your presence, you will realize something beautiful. Life itself is more intoxicating than any screen, any substance, any external pleasure. A simple walk, a conversation, a creation, a silent breath. These give joy that lasts, energy that grows, and freedom that no addiction can take away. Ultimately, all addiction, whether to substances, screens, or habits, is a longing for something real. The body and mind seek fulfillment, but they are looking in the wrong place. If you learn to bring your awareness inward, to cultivate presence, and to consciously direct your energy, the same drive that once fed compulsions can now fuel creativity, love, joy, and inner freedom. Then life is no longer about what you consume. It is about what you create, what you feel, and how fully you live. Every addiction, whether to a substance, a habit, or a screen, begins because we are searching for joy, fulfillment, or escape outside ourselves. But real freedom is never outside, it is always within. When you pause, become aware, and reclaim your attention and energy, the cravings lose their grip. The energy that once controlled you can now fuel your creativity, your relationships, your inner peace, and your highest potential. Remember, life itself is far more intoxicating than any pleasure outside. Your presence, your awareness, and your ability to live consciously are the greatest powers you possess. Choose freedom. Choose consciousness. Choose to be fully alive in every moment, without dependence on anything external. That is the path to true mastery, joy, and lasting fulfillment.